These three stories prove that murder can come from the least expected places. Story 1, the Lululemon murder case. Imagine finishing your shift at work, thinking it's just another ordinary night, then getting a call saying you forgot something. When you go back, what you find will shake a whole community to its core. It's March 11th, 2011, in Bethesda, Maryland. A quiet suburb of DC. Brittany Norwood and her coworker Jana Murray were just finishing up at their Lululemon store. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, at least not yet. The next morning, the manager arrives and sees chaos. The door's unlocked, merchandise is all over the floor, mannequins are toppled, and then she hears moaning from the back of the store. Terrified, she calls a man outside to help. Together, they find Jana lying face down in a pool of blood, a ligature around her neck. Brittany? She's in the bathroom, semi-conscious, wrists and ankles bound with zip ties, blood on her face. Footprints trail through the store. 9/11 is called. Norwood's story? After closing the store the night before, she forgot her wallet. She called Jana to let her back in. That's when, she said, 2 masked men stormed in, attacked, and even sexually assaulted them. Police believed her at first, but the evidence told a completely different story. Jana had been savagely attacked. Over 300 wounds from at least 5 weapons, including a knife and hammer. Brittany's injuries? Minor. The kind that could be self-inflicted. Blood on her forehead had dripped straight down, meaning she'd been upright for most of the night, not lying on the bathroom floor like she claimed. The footprints? One pair belonged to Brittany, the other, men's size 14 Reeboks, found inside the store. The tracks ended before any exit. And despite Brittany's claims, neither woman had been sexually assaulted. She had even cut a hole in Jana's pants to make it look that way. Next door, employees at an Apple store heard arguing through the wall. One woman later testified she heard a fight, someone saying, "Talk to me. Don't do this. What's going on?" Followed by screams, sounds of something being hit or dragged, and a weak voice whispering, "God help me, please help me." The Apple store manager, he thought it was just drama. Investigators also found blood in Jana's car, a mix of Brittany's and Jana's. Brittany admitted she moved the car herself. Her explanation? The men made her do it, and they would have killed her if she didn't return in 10 minutes. She even said she saw a cop while moving it, but didn't say anything. The more detectives dug, the clearer it became. This was planned. Jana had found unpaid merchandise in Brittany's bag, which triggered an argument. Minutes later, Brittany lured her back under the pretense of a forgotten wallet, then attacked her, moved the car, and staged the scene to look like a robbery. She wore men's shoes to leave bloody tracks across the store, tossed chairs and mops everywhere, cut herself, and tied up her own wrists and ankles. Every detail carefully calculated to mislead investigators. A week later, Brittany Norwood was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. On January 27, 2012, she was sentenced to life in prison without parole. The case left Bethesda and the nation in shock. Story 2, the Jodi Arias case. It's June 4th, 2008, in Mesa, Arizona. Travis Alexander, a 30-year-old motivational speaker, is found brutally murdered in his home. The shocking twist? The killer isn't a stranger. It's someone he trusted, someone he called his girlfriend. Jodi Arias claimed innocence, the innocent girlfriend who walked in to find Travis dead, but evidence quickly unravels her story. Travis was stabbed 27 times, his throat nearly severed, and there was a gunshot wound to his head. Investigators pieced together the truth. Jodi was the last person to see him alive. Her story changed repeatedly, from walking in on a murder to self-defense, then premeditated murder. Security cameras, cell phone records, and forensic evidence all pointed to her. What drove Jodi to kill? Obsession, jealousy, and rage. Travis had plans to move on, to date others, and Jodi couldn't accept it. The trial captivated the nation, a chilling mix of courtroom drama and forensic detective work. In the end, Jodi was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life without parole. Like Brittany Norwood, Jodi shows how trust, intimacy, and obsession can become deadly. but in a different context, the home and the heart. From jealousy and romance to betrayal and friendship, sometimes the darkest crimes come from years of manipulation and control. When a lifetime of lies pushes someone to the edge. Story 3. The murder of Jodi Blanchard. June 14, 2015, Spring, Louisiana. Police arrive at the Blanchard home to find Jodi Blanchard, 49, brutally murdered. Her daughter, 23-year-old Gypsy Rose, is missing. The town is stunned. Jodi was beloved, a devoted mother caring for a sickly daughter, or so it seemed. As investigators dig deeper, a shocking truth emerges. Gypsy Rose's entire life was a lie. Jodi had convinced everyone, friends, neighbors, doctors, that Gypsy was severely ill, wheelchair-bound, in constant need of care. Gypsy wasn't sick. She was trapped in years of deception, medical abuse, and emotional control. The murder wasn't random. Gypsy, desperate to escape, conspired with her online boyfriend, Nicholas Godijan, who traveled to Louisiana to carry out the act. Text messages revealed the plan, and the motive became painfully clear. Years of abuse and isolation had pushed Gypsy to a breaking point. Nicholas was sentenced to life without parole. Gypsy, the mastermind but not the killer, received 10 years for second-degree murder. Which of these stories shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more true crime stories like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, because these stories only get darker.